Today I'm going to be speaking about a few controversial things. I know we keep talking about, yes, we need equality, women need to get there. But I have a few thoughts and ideas around this. I believe that as women, we've achieved quite a lot. Quite a bit. I have a story, and that story occurred when I was growing up. I don't know how many of you would remember in the old days, there was a popular Ghanaian drama series called Osofo-Dazi, which I absolutely enjoyed. However, it was the theme song that didn't do it for me. And it went like, I don't know if you remember the theme song. We are going, yes, heaven knows where we are going. We know we will. Great. I'm so glad you all remember. It was a fantastic drama series, but I really didn't like the theme song. And in my childhood, I assumed I didn't like the theme song because it sort of marked the end of a lovely Sunday and my bedtime as a child, and heralded the dreaded Monday morning at school. However, as I grew up, I realized why I didn't quite like the theme song. It's because I believe that we need to know where we are going. We need to have a plan. We need to prepare. We can't just assume, that yes, we are going and heaven knows where we are going. We must have a plan. So I hope this is something we can all take home. I'm going to say a few stories. And I will start with one such story. I actually have a slide, which great. And I'd like you to just take a quick glance at the people you see on this slide. I am sure you can make all of them out. I'm sure you can see our Chief Justice, Georgina Theodora Wood, a very special person at this time, our Electoral Commissioner, Charlotte Osei, Patience Achianu of Barclays Bank, Theresa May, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom and Ireland, Angela Merkel, Chancellor of Germany, Norkodria, MD of Lowy Linters and Advantage Group. I'm sure you see so many more. The CEO of Yahoo. We also see the IMF, Managing Director Christine Lagarde. So many more. I could actually stand here for the next 48 hours going through a roll call of female achievers who have done so much. So I believe that it's about time women stop guessing themselves. We have achieved a lot. We need to stop guessing ourselves. We have today so many women climbing atop the corporate ladder and climbing in their stilettos, in their wedges, in their platforms, in their trainers, and achieving great things and making such a positive difference. We have women who are impacting the lives of so many. Women whose decisions, when they take them, have far-reaching consequences in their communities and across the globe. Now, I have another little story to tell you. A few years ago, we had the unfortunate loss of our president, Professor John Evans Atta Mills. And he was interred at the Marine Drive in Osu, which we popularly call Asumdwe Park. My kids were eager to go and visit. It had become quite a bit of an attraction. And in the words of my teenage daughter, Andrea, "Mommy, we have to go there. I do not want to be social media bankrupt." So we went. And as we got there, we were trying to park. And suddenly, this gentleman, very irate, comes out and speaks in the local language, the language of Accra, Ghana. Kwe. Namwahu, ni namwa parki. You know? So of course my driver was a bit perturbed and he goes, "Well, this is public access and we can park here." And the gentleman goes, "No, you can't. Me park here." Now to translate, what this irate man is saying, who should mow for you to park? He mows, so he expects to park there. And this public access is right in front of his house. You know, after calming nerves down and parking, my take home from this little incident was that as women, we need to learn to carve our own paths. We cannot afford to be given anything on a silver platter. We mustn't be expecting quotas. You know, that we need a quota for women, we need a quota for women to do this. We must build our own capacity and get there. We must take our future into our own hands. And we must make sure that we are able to now park in the boardrooms, in the seats of government, and in the corridors of power. I have another little story. And this evening is all about stories. There's so much, you know, that as women, we begin to feel that, well, should I really be doing this? You know, but I want you to just think about how a man buys a pair of shoes. And the men in this audience, and I believe my husband is here too, they get into the shop, they go directly, pick a pair of shoes, try them on, take a look, stamp their feet, look around, go straight to the cashier and pick it up. They make a purchase. Now here is how women buy a pair of shoes. First of all, we stand at the window and we look at all the shoes on display. Then we get into the shop. And when we get into the shop, we take 5 different pairs. We look for color, we look for style, we look for width, we look for height. And then we sit and we try them out. And then we ask the opinion of avid shoppers. How does this look? We take a twirl here and there. Then pick another pair. This is a 6th pair. Try it on and then decide which pair we are getting. And then we make a purchase. And when we make that purchase, we've made the purchase because we know it's the best fit, it's the best style, it's the best color, and it has rave reviews. So this is, I'm sure you can deduce, that as women, we are very analytical in our thinking. We take decisions not off the cuff. We really look around us, we seek the opinion of others, and we take a decision. We need to realize that women in decision-making positions work so much better. In the recent Credit Suisse gender report of September this year, they did mention that the research showed that women, companies that had higher participation of women in decision-making were more profitable. They had higher margins. So what are we saying? This is who we are. Let us continue to toot our horns and let everyone know that, yes, we need to be a lot more in the boardrooms, we need to be a lot more in all the decision-making areas. I have another story. I was looking for a quick sandwich and went to the deli and met this renowned banker at the deli. He was absolutely frazzled, grabbing sandwiches, 4 sandwiches for his kids. He had a bag of stationery on one arm. He was trying so hard to juggle the stationery and the sandwiches he had just picked up, and had his phone on his ear, telling whoever was on the other end, I'll be there in the next 30 minutes. And I looked at him and knew he wouldn't be there in the next 30 minutes. So, as women, we tend to make excuses that we do too much, that we are so inundated with work, that we have to juggle so much. But believe you me, it is not our preserve. It is not. Men face it too. So what we ought to be looking at is collaboration. How do we collaborate? We need to collaborate and create partnerships. We are not in competition with men. We must collaborate. It is also important to realize that as women, we need to have a very successful network of women behind us. It's so important. There are the down times. I was privileged to have a wonderful friend and mentor, the late Eva Loko. And I really remember she would just call, she would Skype, at the least thing she had, and say, congratulations, you guys are doing a great job. Great job, I just heard this. And it was so, so rewarding. It was so comforting to know that there's somebody who got your back. It's important to have a great network of friends, a great family that you can have that support from. It's so important. Otherwise, it's really difficult for us to stay in those boardrooms. As women, we tend to make quite a few excuses. Well, it's not the right time, and you tend to get the few people behind you who would say, no, why did you do that? Let's avoid those, and let's find women who are supportive. And I'm grateful for the likes of my mom. I'm grateful for the likes of Zonta, the likes of EWN, and my wonderful friends who are always around to cheer you on. So just as we're deliberating on what we need to do and what we need to stop doing, I'd like us, I think this evening, His Excellency John Benjamin just conferred on himself Prophet John Benjamin. Because I believe his prophecy that in this garden tonight, there is our future first female president of Ghana. And we must see that through. Who knows? In a few weeks, a very accomplished woman, Hillary Clinton, may just become the first female president of the United States of America. And I will surely be counting my Ghana pesos to make it to her inauguration, just to say, world, it's about time. Thank you.